We're going to keep this very simple because I don't want to make this too long. And the introduction and the conclusion to any presentation are the most challenging parts. The body is actually kind of the easiest part if you stay on course and if you keep in mind the goal of your audience. But how to finish your presentation, we have 5 steps. We can have more, but let's keep it simple. Close the body. So we want to escape. We want to do this part here, right? This final arrow. We want to escape the body. So we want to close. Then we want to have a summation. A summation is like a summary. We want to quickly remind everybody what we heard, what we talked about today. Then, this one's challenging. The forward-looking statement. We want to talk about the future. I'll talk about this in a minute. And then we want to thank the audience and then finally open the question and answer time. If you have Q&A. If there's no Q&A, skip it. All right, so we're going to keep this really simple. We'll take a look at just one phrase for each. So closing the body, I normally say something like this. And with that, it brings me to the end of my presentation today. That's it. So I transition. I move from the body to the conclusion with this simple phrase. And with that, it brings me to the end of my presentation today. Then my summation. So today we looked at main topic with a focus on subtopic 1, subtopic 2. Oh no, subtopic 3. Oops, sorry. Subtopic 1, subtopic 2, subtopic 3. I'll fix it by Saturday. So in this case, we would say something like, so today we looked at a quick introduction to my company with a focus on our history, our strategy, and our product lineup. So remember we had before our main theme, that's the main topic, and then our subtopics, how we break them down into 3 categories. That's all we say here. We just remind the audience. We help them remember what they learned today. The next one, forward-looking statement. Tricky. So a forward-looking statement, and we'll practice this more in the intermediate webinar skills. So please join that webinar too, because you will learn how to do this better. But a forward-looking statement is something that helps the audience understand what to do next or what's going to happen next. So you can make a prediction about the future. 5 years from now, we expect to be the biggest milk pudding company in Japan. That's a prediction. Maybe you're confident. Maybe you're trying to sell to your customers and you want them to, maybe it's a shareholder meeting and you're trying to tell the shareholders how aggressive your growth is. Yeah, I worked with a company, a very famous company that make milk puddings a few years ago. And I love milk puddings, so it was great for me. You can make a warning. A warning is a prediction. It's the same thing. So it could be, a warning is kind of a negative prediction. Sometimes I use if. If we don't take action today, we are in danger of losing this opportunity. So I might make some kind of warning. If we don't take action today, we will not hit our sales targets. So again, this is not easy. This is probably, for many people watching this webinar, this might be the most challenging part for sure. The easiest one is just to say next action. I always think of a presentation a little bit, well, like a movie, but it's also like a boxing match. In a boxing match, most boxers don't try to knock out the enemy in the first round, right? It's not realistic because the knockout punch is slow and it's big and it's heavy. Most boxers want to make people, they want to stun the other person and then knock out. So you have to think of your presentation a little bit like you're setting people up for the next action, the knockout. If you've given a good presentation, your audience should be ready for your suggestion. So here's your chance to get your audience to do something. So I often say something like, so after this presentation, if you have 20 minutes, please go visit our shop. It's just down the road. You know, something simple like that. Get your audience to do something. After the presentation, please come and find me during the coffee break, and let's talk about how to upgrade your website, something like that. So use this chance to get some action from your audience. In marketing, if you are in marketing, we often call that a CTA, right? A call to action. We want to invite the audience to do something, because again, hopefully the audience is ready for the knockout. And that's a bad example, but hopefully they're ready for the big moment. And that's your job. Your job as a presenter is probably to sell something, or to persuade somebody, or to get a contract, or to get a client. So if you've done a good job in your presentation, don't waste the chance. Knock out. So you can propose a next action. Something simple like, please come and find me, Nick, during the coffee break, and let's talk about how to improve your website today. You know, maybe I work for like a website development company and I'm trying to get sales. So that's my next action. So always some forward means the future, forward-looking statement. So it could be a prediction, a warning, a next action, any forward-looking statement. Then we want to thank. Hey, thank you for your kind attention today. I hope you've basic improvement expectation. I hope you've learned a lot about e-commerce. I hope you've had chance to learn more about our company. I hope you've developed a little bit of interest in my business. So any kind of, what did you hope the audience achieve during the presentation? Tell them, remind them what you think they should have done. And then open the Q&A. At this point, I'd be happy to take any questions. That's it. That's your presentation. So if you are a beginner presenter, just follow my process, right? Take the introduction. We spent a long time in the introduction. Take the introduction and just go through that step by step, and just pick one of the phrases that you think is a good fit for you, or you can adjust a little bit. Then with your body, just keep going around the circle. Open subtopic, talk, close the subtopic, and then get to the conclusion. Close it, do a quick summary, make a forward-looking statement, thank the audience, and then open for Q&A. And if you follow this basic process and you do it well, I mean, you got to prepare, right? It's not just magic. If you do this, you're going to give a better presentation than 97% of non-native English speakers, and probably 50 to 60% of native English speakers. Because like I said, native English speakers are often some of the worst presenters. Just because you are a native speaker of a language doesn't mean you're a good presenter.